According to the Old Testament, whose day does the Sabbath belong to? Yahweh. Right. According to the New Testament, who's the Lord of the Sabbath? Jesus. So who's Jesus? There you go. In the Old Testament, it says, the prophet Malachi says, that what a messenger will come, preparing the way of the Lord, and the Lord will visit his temple. Who is the messenger that prepares the way of the Lord? John the Baptist. If John the Baptist is the messenger preparing the way of Yahweh, who's Jesus? Yahweh. According to the Bible, who carries the title, I am? Yahweh. Yeah, in the Old Testament, Exodus 3. According to the New Testament, who carries the title, I am? Jesus. So who is Jesus? Right. In the Old Testament, who calls himself the first and the last, the beginning and the end? God.
Jesus in Revelation, I am the
And in the New Testament, Jesus calls himself the first and the last, the beginning and the end. You know why this is good for Hashim? Is because in the Quran, Allah calls himself the first and the last, the beginning and the end. So so here's my question. Here's my question for the Muslims. Why does Allah steal the divine titles of Jesus? Because Jesus had and was known by these titles for 600 years before Muhammad. And Muhammad, who met with Christians and learned Christian stories and spoke to Christian monks, took those titles that he heard from Christians and he put them in the Quran to apply them to Allah. So the thing is, the scriptural evidence is very clear. Here's a good one for Hashim. How does Hashim believe that you should honor God?
John 5:28.
You got it? Hashim believes that the way you should honor God is that you should bow down and worship him. According to the Bible, is the Father that God? Yes. How should we honor God then? We should bow down and worship him, correct?
Jesus said, honor the Son as you honor the Father.
But Jesus said, honor the Son even as you honor the Father. So if we bow down and worship the Father, what should we do to the Son? Bow down and worship. So Jesus literally says, I am God, bow down and worship me.